Hi, my name is Adam Moqtadiri, investor and advisor in GTA real estate broker with Home Life Bayview. In this video, I want to talk about how the call back to the office will impact GTA prices. As you know, if you have a corporate job in the city, there's more and more bigger push to get employees back to the office because a lot of employers have realized that during the pandemic with this all remote work, they're not getting the productivity out of their staff that they're looking for. And they're losing team engagement, they're losing team culture. So they want to get staff back to work as quickly as possible to rebuild the team. So how does this impact prices in the GTA? Interesting you ask, because I prepared a map showcasing how prices have changed since peak prices in February of 2022 before the Ukraine war. As you can see, prices have dropped all over the place in the GTA, but if it's not jumping out at you, you can see that in the city of Toronto or Mississauga or Richmond Hill, where most of the jobs are, price declines have been less severe. And when you go out to the suburbs and places like Newmarket, Oshawa, Burlington, Ajax, price declines are a lot more severe. And that's because of the call back to the office. People need to be closer to work. They can't commute those long distances. So either they're not buying in the suburbs anymore and they're buying in Toronto, or they're forced to sell their suburban home and buy a home closer to their work, which is typically near the Toronto core. But the question is, how long will this price disparity continue? To answer that question, I charted two graphs, one showing the price difference between an average home in Toronto versus an average home in the suburbs, and an average condo in Toronto versus an average condo in the suburbs. And as you can see in the two graphs, the price gap difference is still a lot lower today than it was before the pandemic, where it was an old normal. So, if we start going back to going back to old normal, which was a pre-pandemic, everybody goes to the office, everybody wants to be close to work. I anticipate the price gap to increase over the coming months and years, because right now the gap is way too small, too low from a historic standpoint. So what does this mean to you as a buyer? My suggestion is, if you're in the marketplace and trying to buy a property, number one, try to buy it close to your work, because that way you can be holding on to your property longer. But number two, just thinking about which properties would outperform in the coming months, my anticipation is as more and more employers aggressively ask their employees to come back to the office, prices closer to the Toronto core will outperform the prices in the outer core, in the suburbs like Newmarket, Ajax, Oshawa, all the good places I talked about. So if you have the money, try to buy closer to the core. That's all I want to leave you with, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, if you have any questions, you better call Adam. Thank you.